These are simple, accessible fruits, available in your grocery store, your local market, maybe even growing in your backyard. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 4 specific fruits that have been studied for their ability to boost nitric oxide and improve blood vessel flexibility, strengthen fragile capillaries, support heart and brain health, and yes, even help restore intimacy after 60. Along the way, I'll share the science behind how they work, some personal stories from people who've tried them, and most importantly, easy ways to add them into your routine. No complicated diets, no expensive supplements, just natural, delicious, everyday choices. So whether your goal is to feel stronger, think clearer, recover faster, or reignite that spark in your marriage or partnership, this video is for you. Stay with me until the very end, because fruit number 4 might surprise you. It's common, affordable, and yet one of the most powerful tools for circulation that nature has ever given us. Now grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into the first fruit that could start changing your health, your confidence, and your energy starting today. As the years pass, something subtle but powerful happens inside the body. The very highways that carry life, our blood vessels, begin to change. When we're younger, the lining of these vessels, known as the endothelium, is flexible, elastic, and efficient at producing a molecule called nitric oxide. This tiny gas is what signals blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing for smooth, strong circulation. But with age, production of nitric oxide drops. At the same time, oxidative stress increases. Think of it as microscopic rust building up inside the vessel walls. Inflammation begins to creep in too, almost like a slow-burning fire that irritates and stiffens those once supple arteries and veins. The result? After the age of 60, many men and women notice changes in their bodies that they don't always talk about openly. Maybe you've felt it yourself. A little less energy in the morning, slower recovery after a walk or exercise, cold hands and feet in the evenings, or even those moments of intimacy not feeling quite the same as they once did. For many, it's easy to brush it off and say, "That's just aging. It's normal." But what if I told you that some of these changes are not just about age, they're about something deeper, something we can actually improve? The truth is, much of how we feel, our energy, our confidence, even our ability to enjoy closeness with our partner, comes down to one simple thing: circulation. The health of our blood vessels, the way blood flows through every artery and capillary in our body, is what fuels our strength, our brain, and even our relationships. Here's the exciting part. Science now shows that you can make real, noticeable improvements to your circulation, not by taking expensive supplements or risky medications, but by turning to some of the most ordinary, everyday foods, fruits you may already have sitting in your kitchen. That's right. Something as simple as the fruit you eat can help keep your blood vessels flexible, improve nitric oxide, that natural signal that tells your veins to open up, and reduce the hidden inflammation that quietly ages our bodies from the inside out. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Can fruit really make a difference in something as serious as blood flow, intimacy, and heart health? It might sound too simple, but the research is clear. Certain fruits contain powerful compounds that can literally help unclog tiny blood vessels, protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and restore confidence where it matters most. And here's the best part: you don't need to overhaul your diet, count calories, or buy exotic powders online. Vessels that are narrower, less flexible, and less responsive when the body needs extra blood flow. This doesn't just happen overnight. It's gradual, often unnoticed, until symptoms appear. You might feel colder hands and feet, notice you tire more quickly, or see that wounds take longer to heal. Some may experience memory fog because circulation affects the brain. Others notice a change in one of the most sensitive markers of blood vessel health: intimacy and sexual performance. For men in particular, healthy erections are directly tied to blood flow. If the tiny vessels that feed the penis can't relax properly or are partially blocked, intimacy suffers. And here's the striking truth: the health of those small vessels is often a mirror of the larger ones. Trouble down there? can sometimes be an early warning sign of trouble in the heart and arteries. The connection is crystal clear. Circulation isn't just about avoiding heart disease or stroke. It's about energy, brain sharpness, physical performance, and quality of life. Good circulation keeps your skin glowing, your muscles nourished, your heart strong, and yes, your intimate life alive and well. Now for the hopeful part. Nature has given us tools to fight back. Certain fruits are naturally rich in flavonoids, polyphenol, antioxidants, and unique plant compounds that help relax blood vessels, boost nitric oxide, and fight off inflammation. Instead of simply accepting decline, you can actively support your circulation through the foods you choose. Starting with 4 powerful fruits we'll reveal today. These aren't exotic, impossible to find foods. They're often right in the supermarket, easy to add to a breakfast, snack, or evening meal. Each one acts like gentle medicine, helping the arteries stay open, the veins stay flexible, and the capillaries keep delivering oxygen where it's needed most. In short, by caring for your circulation, you're not only protecting your heart and brain, you're recharging your vitality, preserving independence, and supporting the spark of intimacy that makes life feel complete. Let's begin with a fruit that has been celebrated since ancient times, the pomegranate. Known as a symbol of vitality and life in many cultures, modern science now confirms what history seemed to whisper. Pomegranate is deeply powerful when it comes to circulation, vascular health, and intimacy. What's inside this fruit that makes it so special? Pomegranates are packed with polyphenol, flavonoids, and some of the strongest antioxidants found in nature. These compounds work on multiple levels inside the body. They protect the endothelium, that delicate lining inside your blood vessels, from oxidative damage. They help reduce chronic inflammation, which is one of the key drivers of stiff, aging arteries. And most importantly, they support the body's ability to produce nitric oxide, that critical molecule that tells vessels to relax and open, allowing blood to flow freely. In simple terms, pomegranate helps keep the plumbing of your circulatory system smooth, flexible, and responsive. That means better blood flow not just to your heart and brain, but also to the smallest, most sensitive vessels, including those responsible for sexual function. How does this show up in real life? When blood vessels are healthy and able to expand easily, men often notice better energy, warmer hands and feet, improved endurance, and yes, stronger and more reliable intimacy. What does research say? The evidence is promising. A study highlighted in the journal International Journal of Impotence Research found that men who drank pomegranate juice showed improvements in erectile function compared to placebo. While the researchers called for larger trials, the results were encouraging enough that pomegranate is often listed among natural support options for erectile health. Cardiovascular studies also back this up. Research shows that pomegranate juice can lower oxidative stress in the blood, reduce LDL cholesterol oxidation, and improve blood vessel flexibility. One study even showed slowed progression of plaque buildup in the carotid arteries when patients consumed pomegranate juice daily for a year. That's not just about intimacy, that's life-saving heart protection. How can you use it daily? The easiest option is a small glass, about 4 to 6 ounces, of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Not the sugary blends, you want 100% juice. If you prefer eating the fruit, enjoy the jewel-like seeds called arils, sprinkled over oatmeal, yogurt, or salads. They add both crunch and a burst of flavor. You can also toss the seeds into a smoothie for a powerful antioxidant boost. For those who enjoy a creative twist, pomegranate seeds pair beautifully with leafy greens and walnuts in a heart-healthy salad. A gentle tip: pomegranate juice is potent. More is not necessarily better. Stick with a modest daily serving. And if you're on medications, especially blood thinners, check with your doctor, as pomegranate can sometimes interact. In summary, pomegranate is like a natural shield for your blood vessels. It helps them stay young, flexible, and open. By supporting nitric oxide and reducing inflammation, this fruit doesn't just add sweetness to your meals. It adds resilience to your circulation, energy to your day, and strength to your intimate life. Next on our list is a fruit that might look small and humble, but don't let its size fool you. The blueberry is one of the most powerful circulation-supporting foods you can eat, especially as you move into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. What makes blueberries so special? Blueberries are absolutely packed with polyphenol, flavonoids, and anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their deep blue color. These are not just pigments. They are biologically active nutrients that interact with your blood vessels in remarkable ways. Here's what they do inside your body. They help your blood vessels produce and preserve nitric oxide, the signal that keeps vessels flexible and open. They reduce oxidative stress, the microscopic rusting process that damages vessel walls over time. They lower inflammation in the endothelium, the fragile lining of your blood vessels. And importantly, they support the health of your capillaries, the tiniest vessels in your body. These are often the first to show dysfunction with age, and they matter enormously for circulation in sensitive areas, including sexual function. Why does this matter? Think of your vascular system like a tree. Your arteries are the big branches, but the capillaries are the tiny twigs that reach every single leaf. If the twigs are brittle, clogged, or broken, the leaves suffer. In the same way, when capillaries weaken, you may notice cold fingers and toes, slow wound healing, brain fog, and even challenges with intimacy. Blueberries help keep those capillaries strong and resilient. What does science say? The research on blueberries is impressive and growing every year. A study titled Blueberry Polyphenol Increase Nitric Oxide and Attenuate Angiotensin II-Induced Oxidative Stress found that blueberry compounds actively protected endothelial cells from oxidative damage while boosting nitric oxide availability. That means healthier, more responsive blood vessels. A 2024 review called The State of the Science on the Health Benefits of Blueberries confirmed that regular blueberry consumption supports cardiovascular function, improves cholesterol balance, lowers blood pressure, and reduces risk factors for heart disease. Large population studies have shown that men who consume more flavonoid-rich fruits like blueberries, strawberries, and apples have a lower risk of erectile dysfunction compared to those who rarely eat them. This is circulation science playing out in real life. Real-world impact. I once spoke with a gentleman in his mid-70s who told me that after his doctor suggested adding blueberries to his diet, he started a simple habit: 1 cup of frozen blueberries stirred into oatmeal every morning. Within a couple of months, he noticed his blood pressure had dropped, his walks felt easier, and his wife joked that his spark had returned. He laughed, but admitted he felt more alive and connected than he had in years. How can you use blueberries daily? The great thing is they're simple to add. A cup of fresh or frozen blueberries works beautifully. Frozen berries keep their nutrients intact. Sprinkle them over cereal, oatmeal, or yogurt for a sweet but low-calorie boost. Blend them into smoothies with spinach, banana, and a splash of almond milk for a circulation-friendly breakfast. Or just enjoy them as a snack. They're portable, delicious, and far healthier than processed sweets. Practical tip: if fresh blueberries are expensive or out of season, don't worry. Frozen blueberries are just as nutritious, often picked at peak ripeness, and they can be stored for months in your freezer. In summary, blueberries are nature's proof that big changes can come in small packages. By strengthening capillaries, boosting nitric oxide, and fighting oxidative stress, they help your circulation remain youthful and responsive. That translates into better energy, better heart health, sharper memory, and yes, better intimacy. Host voiceover. Our third fruit might surprise you. It's one you probably associate with summer barbecues, picnics, and hot afternoons: the watermelon. But here's what most people don't realize. Watermelon is more than just refreshing. It contains a powerful amino acid called L-citrulline. Inside your body, L-citrulline is converted into L-arginine, which then stimulates the production of nitric oxide. And as we've already learned, nitric oxide is the body's own natural signal for blood vessels to relax and open up. When blood vessels widen, circulation improves. And when circulation improves, everything from your heart to your brain to your most intimate moments benefits. This is why some researchers have even nicknamed watermelon nature's Viagra. Now, to be clear, watermelon isn't a miracle pill. It won't work instantly the way medication does. But over time, its impact on circulation is very real, especially when it becomes part of your regular diet. Think of it as nature's gentle, consistent way of keeping your blood vessels in shape. But that's not all watermelon offers. Watermelon is also rich in lycopene, a red plant pigment that acts as a potent antioxidant. Lycopene helps reduce oxidative stress, the wear and tear that damages blood vessels over the years. Lycopene is also linked to better heart health and reduced risk of certain chronic diseases. And let's not forget, watermelon is more than 90% water, making it one of the best natural ways to stay hydrated while delivering circulation-supporting nutrients. What does science say? Research has shown that L-citrulline supplementation can improve blood flow and even support erectile function in men with mild issues. While eating watermelon isn't quite as concentrated as a supplement, the principle is the same. Steady intake of citrulline helps your body generate more nitric oxide, which means better vascular relaxation. Some cardiovascular studies also highlight the role of lycopene in lowering blood pressure, improving arterial flexibility, and protecting the heart, all of which are essential for aging well. Real-life perspective. I once heard from a 68-year-old man who started blending fresh watermelon juice every morning during the summer months. At first, he just enjoyed the taste and the hydration. But after a few weeks, he noticed that his morning walks felt easier, his legs weren't as heavy, and he even joked with his wife that he felt like he was 20 years younger in the bedroom. Whether it was the hydration, the citrulline, or the antioxidants, he experienced the benefits of better circulation firsthand. How can you enjoy watermelon? Simply eat a few chilled slices as a snack, refreshing and hydrating at the same time. Blend it into a smoothie or juice for a cooling, circulation-friendly drink. You can even combine it with lime and mint for a heart-healthy mocktail. Toss cubes of watermelon into a summer salad with feta cheese and fresh basil for a delicious mix of sweet and savory. Tip: the redder the flesh, the higher the lycopene content. So if you have the choice, go for the ripest, deepest red watermelon you can find. In summary, watermelon is more than a summertime treat. It's hydration, antioxidants, and nitric oxide support all rolled into one. By boosting circulation, relaxing vessels, and protecting your heart, it earns its nickname as nature's Viagra, a natural ally for both your intimacy and your overall vitality. Our fourth fruit isn't just one fruit, but an entire family of circulation-supporting superfoods: citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and even limes. These are fruits most of us already know and love, but many people underestimate just how much they can do for the health of your blood vessels, your heart, and even your intimate life. What makes citrus so powerful? Two things: vitamin C and flavonoids. Vitamin C acts like the body's natural repair kit. It helps neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage vessel walls over time. It also plays a crucial role in collagen production. Collagen is the structural protein that keeps your arteries strong, elastic, and able to expand when blood flow increases. Without enough vitamin C, blood vessels can become fragile, stiff, and more prone to blockages. Flavonoids, the plant compounds that give citrus its bright colors and sharp taste, are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. They reduce chronic low-grade inflammation in vessel walls and improve what's called endothelial function, the ability of your arteries to dilate and relax when they need to. When you put these nutrients together, you get a daily dose of vascular maintenance. Cleaner, more flexible, better functioning blood vessels. Why does this matter for men after 60? Because aging is often accompanied by declining elasticity of the arteries and lower nitric oxide production. This combination doesn't just affect heart health, it affects circulation everywhere in the body, including the small arteries that support erectile function. In fact, research shows that blood flow issues often appear in these tiny vessels years before they show up in larger arteries like those in the heart. The evidence is clear. A large study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who ate more flavonoid-rich fruits like citrus, apples, and berries had a significantly lower risk of erectile dysfunction. Other research highlights that higher vitamin C intake is linked with better endothelial function, reduced arterial stiffness, and lower blood pressure. Simply put, more citrus means better vessel performance, and better vessel performance means better heart health, energy, and intimacy. Real-life example. I once spoke with a 72-year-old retiree who had struggled with high blood pressure for years. His doctor suggested more fruits and vegetables, especially citrus. So he started squeezing fresh lemon into his water 3 times a day and eating an orange every morning with breakfast. Within a few months, not only did his blood pressure numbers improve, but he also noticed he had more stamina on his morning walks and felt more confident with his wife. He joked that lemon water gave me my spark back. How can you use citrus fruits in your daily life? The best part is citrus is incredibly easy to enjoy. Start your morning with a fresh orange or grapefruit. Whole fruit is best, since it gives you fiber as well as juice. Squeeze lemon or lime into your water throughout the day for a refreshing vessel-friendly drink. Use citrus juice or zest in salads, marinades, or even baked dishes. It adds bright flavor and health benefits at the same time. For a cooling treat, you can even freeze lemon or orange slices into ice cubes and add them to sparkling water. Pro tip: try to enjoy citrus in its whole form rather than packaged juices, which can be high in sugar and stripped of fiber. If you do drink juice, keep it to a small glass and make sure it's 100% pure, not a sugar-heavy blend. In summary, citrus fruits are like everyday medicine for your circulation. They keep your arteries strong, flexible, and youthful. With their combination of vitamin C and flavonoids, they don't just support your heart and immune system, they also protect your most delicate blood vessels, helping you maintain intimacy, energy, and confidence well into your senior years. Now, before you rush out to stock up on pomegranates, blueberries, watermelon, and citrus, I want to share something important. These fruits are powerful, they've been studied, they're nutrient-rich, and they truly can support circulation, heart health, and intimacy. But here's the truth. No single food is a miracle cure. Health is never about one magic ingredient. It's about the bigger picture, your daily habits, your lifestyle, and how consistently you care for your body. Think of these fruits as tools. Tools that work best when they're used as part of a strong foundation. So what else matters? Movement. Your blood vessels are like highways, and movement is what keeps traffic flowing. Even something as simple as a 20 to 30-minute walk each day helps blood circulate, strengthens your heart, and keeps your vessels responsive. You don't need a gym membership or intense workouts. Walking, stretching, light gardening, or dancing to your favorite music all count. Hydration. Blood is mostly water. If you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and harder to pump. Staying hydrated, especially as you get older, keeps your circulation smooth and reduces strain on your heart. A good rule of thumb is to drink water steadily throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Avoiding harmful habits. If you smoke, know this. Tobacco is one of the fastest ways to damage your blood vessels. Quitting is hard, but it's the single most powerful step you can take to protect your circulation and your intimacy. Alcohol in excess is another culprit. A glass of wine here or there may be fine, but heavy drinking raises blood pressure, damages vessels, and interferes with nitric oxide, undoing the very benefits you're working toward. Regular checkups. This part is critical. Sometimes intimacy challenges or circulation problems aren't just about aging. They can be early warning signs of serious conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease. Don't ignore them. Regular doctor visits, Simple blood tests and blood pressure checks can spot issues early, when they're easiest to treat. Mental and emotional health. Stress, loneliness, and lack of sleep also strain your vessels. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which increases inflammation and stiffens arteries. Make time for rest, connection, prayer or meditation, and hobbies that bring you joy. And finally, if you are struggling with intimacy or energy, don't be embarrassed. These are not just personal problems. They are health signals. Talking to your doctor is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. In many cases, addressing circulation problems early can not only restore your confidence, but also save your life. So yes, eat the fruits. Enjoy the pomegranate seeds, the blueberries, the watermelon, the citrus. But remember, they're just part of a bigger picture. Movement, hydration, balance, and regular care. When you combine these pieces together, that's when you unlock the real transformation. Visual. All 4 fruits, pomegranate, blueberries, watermelon, and citrus, displayed together in a bright, inviting kitchen. Soft sunlight filters through a window. A bowl of mixed fruit sits on a wooden table, ready to be enjoyed. Let's take a moment to recap what we've discovered together today. For everyday fruits, simple, colorful, delicious, that science shows can support your circulation, unclog your veins, and help restore the energy and intimacy you thought you might have lost. Pomegranate, nature's nitric oxide booster. This ruby red fruit helps your blood vessels open wider and stay flexible, improving flow where it matters most. Blueberries, tiny but mighty. These little blue gems strengthen your capillaries, guard your brain and heart from aging, and reduce inflammation. Watermelon, summer's sweetest secret. Rich in L-citrulline, it's like nature's own blood flow supplement, helping your vessels relax and deliver nutrients and oxygen efficiently. Citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, lemons. Packed with vitamin C and flavonoids, they act as daily maintenance workers for your arteries, keeping them strong, elastic, and resistant to blockages. Here's what I love about this. None of these are exotic powders or pricey supplements. You don't have to spend a fortune or search specialty stores. These are fruits you can pick up at your local market. Fruits you probably already enjoy. You can add them to your morning breakfast, toss them into snacks, squeeze them into drinks, or enjoy them as refreshing desserts. These aren't complicated health hacks. They're small, simple, everyday choices that build up to something powerful over time.